It's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So,
Terence Crawford is on a mission, and the boxing world is eagerly watching. His highly anticipated showdown with Canelo Alvarez in September 2025 has become one of the most talked about matchups in recent memory. While many view Crawford as the underdog because of the size difference, numerous boxing experts believe he has what it takes to secure a victory.
That Crawford could beat him, because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit.
Crawford began his career in a much lower weight class than Canelo, who is a natural super middleweight. However, boxing experts, especially those who have competed at the highest level, believe Crawford's skill will be the key factor. One such expert is Spence, who understands firsthand just how dangerous Crawford can be.
I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo.
You got Crawford over Bud? I mean, you got Crawford over Canelo? Sorry.
I'll be going for him. I'll be going for him.
In July 2023, Spence faced Crawford in a historic bout for the undisputed welterweight championship, marking the first time the division had seen an undisputed champion in the four-belt era. Both fighters entered with high expectations, and fans anticipated a competitive battle. However, Crawford quickly took control from the opening bell with his sharp punches, impeccable timing, and relentless pressure. His performance was flawless. He didn't just beat Spence, he dominated him. By the 9th round, Crawford had stopped Spence and claimed all 4 welterweight belts, delivering one of the most impressive performances in boxing history.
When I go call my friend, you know, he's been in my house, so it's hard for me to go against my own friend. I just hope both of them come out healthy, make a lot of money, and get the fans.
After experiencing Crawford's full skill set, Spence now understands what Canelo Alvarez is up against. When asked about the Crawford versus Canelo fight, Spence fully supported Crawford, saying, "I'll be going for Bud if he fights Canelo. I don't know if he'll win or lose, but I'll definitely be backing Crawford. If anyone can pull it off, he can." Spence also highlighted Crawford's pursuit of greatness, noting that Canelo moved up to light heavyweight to face Sergey Kovalev and Dmitry Bivol. If Canelo can step up in weight, why can't Crawford? Spence said, "He's chasing greatness, just like Canelo did."
Terence does beat Canelo. Terence does prove that he's a better fighter than Canelo. Now, whose era it was, it's kind of hard to do that for Bud, because obviously Canelo was on top of the sport for much longer. He was able to get any fight.
Crawford's ambition and drive set him apart, which is why many professionals believe he has what it takes to win. While size and strength are key in boxing, skill, strategy, and determination often make the difference. Crawford's ability to adapt and outthink his opponents is what makes him so dangerous. However, Canelo is no easy challenge. One of the most experienced and accomplished fighters of his generation, Canelo has defeated legends like Gennady Golovkin and Sergey Kovalev. Known for his powerful body shots and ability to counter with precision, Canelo could wear Crawford down and finish him with a knockout if he doesn't stay sharp.
I don't think it's a fight Canelo really wants, if I'm honest, because I think he feels like he won't get a lot of credit beating a light middleweight. And Crawford's going to move a lot in that fight, which is not ideal for Canelo.
The excitement surrounding the fight grew even more after Canelo signed a 4-fight deal running from May 2025 to October 2026, with a highly anticipated showdown against Crawford in Las Vegas. Before that, Canelo will face IBF champion William Skull on May 3, 2025, in Riyadh for the undisputed super middleweight championship, with both fighters putting their belts on the line. Though less well-known than Canelo, Skull is a dangerous opponent. The undefeated Cuban-German boxer holds a 23-0 record and has been IBF super middleweight champion since last year. Since turning pro in 2016, he has defended his title successfully, proving himself as a tough, well-rounded fighter. Canelo will need to be at his best to defeat Skull and stay on track for his fight with Crawford.
My language, the size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this.
Meanwhile, Crawford is watching closely and recently sent a clear message to Canelo. "Good luck, Canelo. in your next fight. I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion. Crawford's goal is straightforward. He wants to make history by becoming the only male boxer to hold undisputed titles in 3 weight classes. It's a nearly impossible feat, but Crawford has built a career on defying expectations. The weight difference between Canelo and Crawford has been a major talking point, with Canelo being a natural super middleweight and having fought as high as light heavyweight. Crawford, however, only recently moved up to welterweight. The size and strength difference could play a significant role in the fight, leading many fans to favor Canelo. However, those who have seen Crawford up close believe in his skill and determination.
Not a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? He's special. And, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. Terence is freakishly strong.
Crawford's versatility is one of his greatest assets. Known for switching stances and adapting his strategy on the fly, he demonstrated this against Errol Spence, starting in a southpaw stance to control the distance and land clean shots. Crawford also possesses a high boxing IQ, able to read his opponent's moves before they happen. This ability to adapt and think several steps ahead could be crucial in defeating Canelo. On the other hand, Canelo is renowned for his powerful counterpunching and relentless body attacks. He excels at wearing down opponents over several rounds before landing a finishing shot when they're fatigued. If Crawford isn't careful, Canelo could do just that.
Him and Crawford accept to fight in Saudi Arabia, the big fight. But we as a Real season know how is big this fight.
Mike Tyson, known for his blunt honesty and sharp boxing insights, isn't holding back when it comes to Terence Crawford's upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez. On his podcast, It Is What It Is, Tyson expressed his concerns about the weight difference, saying, "I don't like that fight too much weight." He's worried about how Crawford will handle Canelo's natural size advantage. Tyson pointed to Crawford's previous fight with Israel Madrimov, where Crawford faced difficulties with Madrimov's size and awkward style, even though he won. Tyson believes these challenges will intensify when Crawford faces a stronger, more experienced fighter like Canelo. For Tyson, size matters significantly at the highest level of boxing. It's not just about punching power, but also how well a smaller fighter can withstand a larger opponent's constant pressure and physicality.
If he accepts, I think Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, power and size.
However, Tyson didn't completely count Crawford out. His main point was that if Crawford can somehow overcome the weight difference, he would be a serious threat to Canelo. Tyson made it clear that Crawford's skills are undeniable, saying, "Canelo might be stepping in the ring with a beast." In other words, if the size factor doesn't play a major role, Tyson believes Crawford's talent and aggression could overwhelm Canelo. Tyson, who defeated taller, heavier heavyweights with his speed, power, and precision, understands the importance of overcoming size limitations. While he warns about the dangers of size, he's also seen fighters prove that skill can outweigh size, which is why he leaves the door open for Crawford to surprise the world.
Canelo fans, for some reason, they know that there's no excuse. If he loses to Bud, this is a huge mark on his resume. If he beats Bud, he does beat a very accomplished fighter in his era, but there's no ready-made excuses.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult has also shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight. Initially a doubter when the matchup was first announced, Showbiz's main concern was that Crawford doesn't have the same defensive style as Floyd Mayweather, who famously defeated Canelo Alvarez in 2013. Showbiz noted that Crawford is more aggressive and takes risks, leading him to get hit more often, while Mayweather relied on elusive defense and counterpunching. In Showbiz's view, this difference could pose a problem for Crawford if Canelo lands too many clean shots.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that.
However, Showbiz recently changed his stance after taking a closer look at how Canelo performs under certain conditions. He pointed out that Canelo struggles when forced to fight while moving backward, citing 2 specific losses, to Floyd Mayweather and more recently, to Dimitri Bivol. Both Mayweather and Bivol used footwork and pressure to keep Canelo on his back foot. preventing him from fully unleashing his power or finding his rhythm. Now, Showbiz believes Crawford could employ a similar strategy to defeat Canelo.
Terence Crawford, his name keeps coming up, and I know he's a lot smaller than you. Is that a fight that you would ever consider under any circumstance?
You know, I always say if the fight make sense.
One key tactic Showbiz highlighted is Crawford's ability to land a body jab. In previous fights, Crawford has used sharp jabs to his opponent's midsection, slowing them down and forcing them to lower their guard. If Crawford can land consistent body jabs early on, it could tire Canelo out and make him more susceptible to bigger shots later in the fight. Showbiz also mentioned how Crawford's southpaw stance could present problems for Canelo. While Canelo has faced southpaws before, none have had Crawford's unique combination of speed, power, and intelligence. Additionally, Crawford's ability to switch stances during a fight could further confuse Canelo and keep him on edge.
Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're looking at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, this is the next thing beyond.